Why do black women at Amazon hate their hair? When I was working at Amazon would advertise or promote Black History Month or on their television screens or monitors. And there would be pictures of black Amazon employees smiling as Amazon placed words or statements next to the pictures of these black employees. These statements would state, "Black is powerful, black is strong, and black is beautiful." I would watch these pictures or videos and I would wonder, what kind of nonsense is this? One of the pictures had a black female employee smiling in it, and it stated, "Black is beautiful." I looked at the picture and it didn't make any kind of sense to me. I then said to myself, black is beautiful? How could black be beautiful when this is a picture of a black girl with a white woman's wig on her head? How could black people believe that black is beautiful when black women inside of Amazon and the rest of America hate their hair? They hate the length of their hair. They hate the texture of their hair. And they hate black and African hairstyles. How can black be beautiful when black women inside of Amazon and the rest of America are talking about being poor, black, and struggling minorities within society when their hair is laid out with a $2,000 white woman's weave or $5,000 white woman's wig? How could you be struggling when you got thousands of dollars on top of your head? And you ain't proud to be black inside of America. You might talk black, but you don't want to be black inside of America. Look at the black female rappers, singers, movie stars, and news journalists. They all got a white woman's wig or a white woman's weave on their head. They're not proud of who they are. They hate being black. When Amazon and the rest of America states black is beautiful, they better keep that scam for the black people who get their education from the schools of their hostage takers, who follow the religion of their hostage takers and do whatever their hostage takers tell them to do. These European terrorists kidnapped these sub-Saharan African hominids from Africa, and they brought them to the Americas. They took their African languages away from them. They took their African religions away from them. They took their African cultures away from them. They took their African names away from them. They took their African education away from them. And they took their sense of African beauty away from them. They conquered their hearts and captured their brains. This is what they did to these people. They have psychologically manipulated these sub-Saharan African hominids and convinced them that black is ugly and white is beautiful. And then they continue to fool these sub-Saharan African hominids by telling them that black is beautiful. When in reality, black people don't believe that black is beautiful. After these European terrorists kidnapped, conquered, and killed off these people in order to control their brains, they are now continuing to control their brains by spending billions of dollars in advertisements, television programs, movies, and music videos in order to manipulate their brains to believe that white is beautiful. There are black women inside of Amazon and all over America who are buying white woman wigs and white woman weaves on Amazon in order to look like white women in America. But Amazon is trying to tell their employees that black is beautiful. These techniques are used to scam, pander, and clown black people inside of Amazon and the rest of America. The Cambridge Dictionary states that the definition of pander means to please other people by doing or saying what you think they want you to do or say. And that is exactly what Amazon and the rest of America is doing to black people. Why isn't Amazon sending out messages inside of their warehouses which state white is powerful, white is strong, and white is beautiful? They don't have to do that because they already know that white people rule America. And they rule over black people inside of America. They know that black people don't believe that they have any power inside of America. And black people don't believe that they are strong in America. And black people don't believe that black is beautiful in America. They are black zombies with European brains inside of America. And they are trying to look like white women in order to survive and fit in within America. I even spoke to a Hispanic employee inside of Amazon. And I said to him, this stuff doesn't even make any kind of sense. You are Hispanic. Do you see them putting up Hispanic is powerful, Hispanic is strong and Hispanic is beautiful? He responded, no. I continued with, do you even see them doing this for white people? He responded, no. And he began to say, when I was doing karate, my sensei used to tell us, if you have to advertise your strength, then that means that you are weak. I responded, exactly. They know what they are doing to these black people inside of America. They know that black people don't have any power in this country. And they know that black people don't believe in themselves. But this is not helping them. Amazon is robbing all of these black employees of their sick days and their sick day pay. And they are oppressing these black employees in here. And then they want to come and fool these black people with this scam. Amazon had a white employee, Edward Andron or Eddie Andron, who always was insulting or committing discrimination against the black women and other people, black people inside of Amazon. Eddie's main target was a black woman who had locks in her hair. He would come up to this black woman and tell her, you look like Limp Bizkit. Eddie was talking about the rock and roll band Limp Bizkit, who had a member, Wes Borland, who was a white man who would wear paint on his face and sometimes black paint. And he would wear locks in his head. Eddie also saw a picture of a bunch of rappers. And he said that the black woman looks like Fetty Wap, a black rapper with locks on his head. He would also talk about her Black Lives Matter shirts and tell her, do you know that all lives matter? And if she had a picture of a black person or statement on her shirt, he would say to her, here we go again with your black shirts. I told one woman about what Eddie was doing to this black female employee. And I said, Eddie was insulting her and making fun of her dreadlocks. This particular woman, who is also black, told me, locks. Every time I said the word dreadlocks, she corrected me and said locks. Later in the same week, I spoke to the black woman with the locks, and I told her, every time I said dreadlocks, she corrected me and she kept on saying locks. The woman with the locks then said, yes, you didn't know that? Black people are trying to stop the use of the term dreadlocks because I read that the term dreadlocks was created by a white woman who saw the hairstyle and she said that the hairstyle looked dreadful. I then said, I didn't know that. And later, I did some research and it stated that European soldiers got into a war with some Kenyan warriors in Africa who had the hairstyle. And the European soldiers said that the hairstyle was dreadful. And then there are black people who really believe that white people are genuine and caring when they say black is beautiful. And we stand in solidarity with our black brothers and sisters. How could white people believe that black is beautiful when they are the ones who create the standard of beauty within society? Black people are governed by white people. Black people go to the schools of white people. You show black people a picture of a white man and you get them to believe that it's a picture of a god. You get them to watch a channel called Black Entertainment Television or BET, and it's a channel that is owned by white people. One day, while I was walking in Amazon, I saw the black woman with the locks, and I saw her walking with a bunch of female employees. And I asked her, where are you going? She said, I'm going to the Glamazon party. They asked me if I wanted to come, and I said yes. I then asked her, but why are you going? She then shouted at me, you don't think that I'm glamorous enough to go to the Glamazon party? Richard doesn't think that I'm glamorous enough to go to the Glamazon party. I said, no, I don't think that you are not glamorous. I knew the woman who were taking her to the party. I then told the girl with the locks, you can go to the Glamazon party if you want to, but I'm just letting you know that this has nothing to do with being glamorous or not. Glamazon stands for gays and lesbians at Amazon. She shouted at me, no, it doesn't. I replied, yes, it does. She kept on saying, no, it doesn't. Stop joking around. You don't think that I'm glamorous enough to go to the Glamazon party. She didn't believe me and she went to the Glamazon party anyway. On the following day, I asked her, "How was your party?" She shouted at me, "Do you know that they took me to a gay party?" I replied, "That's what I was trying to tell you yesterday, but you didn't want to believe me. I knew all of those girls who were trying to take you to the party." She then shouted at me and said, "When I see them girls, I'm going to let them know that I ain't gay." I told her, "No, don't do that. If they ask you to the party again, you can tell them, or if they have if they have some kind of conversation with you about it, you can let them know, but don't go up into their face and say I ain't gay." She then continued to tell me, "Do you know that a lot of people think that I'm a lesbian because I got locks? This is a society that we live in. This is what a lot of people will believe because locks is not part of the standard of beauty in America. Many people will believe that since she is not wearing a white woman's wig or weave, therefore she is not prettying herself up for a man. Therefore, she got to be a lesbian." The girl with the locks continued to tell me, "Do you know when I go out with my family members, my cousins ask me, 'Are you going out like that? You aren't going to put a wig on?' I tell my cousins, I ain't wearing any wig." Both black and white people are trained to believe that black is ugly and white is beautiful. Therefore, both black and white people are trained to attack black people who are proud of who they are and who are showing America what black beauty is, and not a fake and fraudulent statement that states black is beautiful when your actions don't illustrate that black is beautiful. Black isn't beautiful when you have black woman wearing a white woman's wig or white woman's weave. When this is done, black women are indicating that white is beautiful. Black is beautiful when black women and black girls can walk around in America with locks, braids, a low afro, a high afro, just a ponytail, or just wear their hair naturally out, or even have a shaved head, bald, or with a little bit of hair. That indicates that black is beautiful. Therefore, black women are not struggling in America because they are black. Black women are struggling in America because they are struggling to be white in America. Billions of dollars per year is being spent by black women in America in order to uplift and satisfy the ideology of white beauty in America as they continue their mission as slaves in America. As the black daughters and black mothers worship their hostage takers and try to imitate white women as cosmetic slaves in America.